Who doesn't know Galileo Galilei, an Italian astronomer, mathematician, a physicist, a philosopher, and a professor, who was born on 15 February 1564 in Pisa, Italy. He was actually the son of a well-known musician back then. During his early education, Galileo Galilei started his formal education at Camaldolese Monastery in Vallombrosa. And then he entered University of Pisa in 1583 to learn medicine. However, he was more interested in maths and physics back then. So, how did he find his telescope? It began in July 1609 when Galileo learned about a simple telescope built by the Dutch eyeglass makers and soon developed one of his own. In August, he demonstrated it to some Finnish merchants who saw its value for navigation and spotting ships. The merchants gave Galileo a salary to manufacture several of them. Galileo's ambition pushed him to go further, and in the fall of 1601, he made the fateful decision to turn his telescope toward the heavens. Using his telescope to explore the universe, Galileo observed the moon and found Venus had phases like the moon, proving it rotated around the sun, which refuted their Aristotelian doctrine that the Earth was the center of the universe. Alright students, at the beginning you have watched the short biography of Galileo Galilei, and hopefully it's useful for you. And if you go deeper to your book, there is also a short story, and I can call this also a biography of Galileo and his telescope. Where is his telescope? Yeah, this is telescope. And I guess this ancient telescope still exists, and it's still displayed at the museum, I guess in Italy, yeah. Okay, so before we read this text, there is some important information, later that you have to know. Now let's read the first question. What did Galileo study? Did he study about telescopes, moons and planets, astronomers, spaceships? Yeah, he studied about moons and planets. And how did he invent his telescope? Well, he invented his telescope by an inspiration, when he met eyeglass maker, the Dutch eyeglass maker that I have explained before. So he developed his telescope just like this. Okay, so we are going to listen, and you can read the text at home, but we're going to listen to the audio. And then please underline the important information that you hear from the video. Let's begin.
Unit 5, Lessons 5 and 6. Galileo and His Telescope.
Galileo was an Italian astronomer who lived a long time ago. He was one of the smartest astronomers in history. He was the very first astronomer to learn about the solar system with a telescope. One of the first things he looked at was the moon. He saw the deepest craters and the highest mountains on the moon with his telescope. Then, Galileo studied the planets. He looked at Mercury, the smallest planet, and Jupiter, the biggest planet. He discovered that the planets don't circle the Earth. They circle the Sun. Galileo was the first person to see Jupiter's moons. There are 64 moons, but he didn't see all of them. He only saw 4 moons with his telescope. Then he saw something that looked like ears on the planet Saturn. He didn't know he saw the famous rings of Saturn. Some people think Galileo is the father of modern astronomy. In 1989, a spaceship started a trip to study Jupiter and its moons. The name of this spaceship was Galileo.
Okay, so the first paragraph. I have explained before that Galileo was not only an astronomer, but he was... Do you still remember? Yeah, he was a mathematician, a physicist, a philosopher, and a professor. So he was quite genius, I guess, because he could do 5 jobs at the same time. Yeah, he was a genius. Okay, so he came from Italy. His nationality is Italian. And he was one of the smartest astronomers in history. Yeah, this is the thing that you can underline here. This is important. He was the very first astronomer to learn about the solar system with a telescope. If somebody asked you about who learned the solar system with a telescope first, so the answer is, Galileo. Okay, with his telescope, Galileo, the first thing that he did, he looked at the moon. One of the first things he looked at was the moon. Last week I also explained about craters. So what are craters? If you have a mountain climbing, on the top of the mountain or a volcano, you can see a crater. So it looks like a basin, like this. This thing is called a crater. Moon also has craters. And some of them are deep, because it was proven by Galileo himself that he saw the deepest craters and the highest mountains on the moon with his telescope. So it means that we don't only see mountains on Earth, but on outer space, like on the moon, we can also see mountains with their craters. Of course, you have to use a telescope. Okay, paragraph 3. What did he study? He studied the planets. Okay, let's just underline. Okay, for the next lines, here we can learn about the facts of the planets. Like Mercury. What is the fact of planet Mercury? The fun fact. Mercury is the smallest planet. What about Jupiter? The fun fact is that Jupiter is the biggest planet. Another fun fact. People in the past they knew that Earth became the center of the other planets. So the other planets would circle planet Earth. But this theory only worked a long time ago. and it had been proven, by many scientists that, this is a fact. Galileo discovered, he discovered that the planets don't circle the Earth. This is a fun fact. Planets don't circle the Earth, but planets circle the sun. These planets, they circle the sun. They circle the suns. I guess you have learned about solar system and planets with your teacher. Galileo also was also the first person to see Jupiter's moons. How many moons does planet Jupiter have? There are 64 moons, and Galileo only saw 4 moons with his telescope. Anyway, another planet has fun or interesting fact. It's planet Saturn. Planet Saturn has famous rings of Saturn. Rings of Saturn. Okay, last paragraph. You gotta know this. Galileo, we can call Galileo because he invented a new type of telescope, and he was the first person who learned the solar system, universe, and planets. So we call him the father of modern astronomy. To respect his name, in 1989, a spaceship started a trip to study Jupiter and its moons, and the name of the spaceship was Galileo. To always remember, always remember his service and what good things that he did in the past for astronomy. This is the spaceship, NASA. Okay, so that was all about Galileo and Galileo Galilei with his telescope. Okay, now we go to lesson 6. Here we have 4 questions, but they are false, so you have to make them true or correct. Of course, they should be based on, you should check them based on the text. Number 1, Galileo was an artist. What do you think? It was wrong. Galileo was an astronomer. Number 2, he didn't see the deepest craters. Did he see the deepest craters on the moon? Yes, he did. So he saw the deepest craters. He studied Earth. Did he study the Earth? No, he didn't. He studied the planets. Number 4, Galileo didn't see Jupiter's moons. Did he see Jupiter's moons? Yes, he did, but not all of them. He only saw 4 of Jupiter's moons. So the correct sentence is Galileo saw 4 of Jupiter's moons. Okay, please write the correct or the true sentences here. Okay. Alright, if you have finished, you can go to part 3, writing time. Complete a chart about a famous person from the past. A famous person from the past can be a person who has passed away, like Michael Jackson, and then John F. Kennedy or Mahatma Gandhi, and then Or yeah, it can be also from famous persons from Indonesia. You can do it by yourself. It can be any famous persons who lived in the past. It can be from Indonesia or other countries. However, I also have an example here. My favorite famous person is Paul McCartney. Okay, let's write. Okay, I'm gonna write it here. So, who? So you gotta write the name, yeah, his or her name. So my famous person is Paul. Do you know Paul McCartney? If you like to listen to old songs, English songs from England, you should have known, who Paul McCartney is. Where? For this one, where? You gotta write where he's from or she's from, the country. Write the country. So Paul McCartney is from Liverpool. Liverpool is a city located in England. And then write the facts. Write the facts about your famous person. I have 3 facts about him. So he was born on He was born on 18 June 1942 in Liverpool, England. Number 2, he was an English songwriter, so he's a musician. He was an English songwriter or a singer. Now, you don't know who he is. Yeah, he was the member of the Beatles band. Yeah, and he played as a guitarist. Okay, so 3 facts are enough, to explain about your famous person. Okay, done. If you have finished, on part 4, you can write it in a form of paragraph. So write your famous person here. For example, Paul McCartney was an English songwriter or singer. And then he was born on 18 June 1942 in Liverpool, and he was the member of the Beatles as a guitarist. That's all. Finished. Okay, good job. Don't forget to complete lesson 6, because it is your practice at home. You cannot check your work one by one. Okay, so let's go to lesson. I will just skip lesson 7 and let's go to lesson 8. It is also easy. Vocabulary. Okay, what are they? Number 1, telescope. Number 2, is that comet or meteor? Number 3, planet. 4, meteor. 5, Earth. 6, astronomer. What is astronomer? Astronomer is a person who learns about planets, universe, solar system with a telescope. Check. Oh wait, I think it should be capital letter. And number 2 and number 4. What is the difference between comet and meteor? I'm not a science teacher and I'm not really good at science, but as far as I know, when a meteor hits the surface of the Earth's atmosphere, it will vaporize. Yeah. So it's like the Earth has protection to protect its body from sky objects like meteor. What about comment? Anyway, you can search about what a comet is on the internet, or you can ask your teacher. Okay, we have finished this one. And the last one. What is this about? Near, and then we add est, nearest. We're talking about superlatives with short adjectives. Okay, elephants. What is the characteristic of elephants? The elephant is large. Elephants are large. Oh, sorry. We gotta use the first, the word the first. Elephants are the large, and then we add st, because we already have the letter e here, the largest. The 3 cheetahs are, the characteristic of cheetahs is they are fast. So cheetahs are fast. I forgot again. Are the fast? Because there is no letter E here at the end of the word fast, so we add the ending est. Sloths are slow. So sloths are the slow, and then est, slowest animals on land. Number 5, Neptune is cold. So Neptune is the coldest planet in our solar system. Okay guys, so we have finished discussing this. So finally we have finished discussing about solar system, planets from Unit 5 from your Happy Campers book. So what have we learned today? We have learned about Galileo Galilei, about his short biography in the planet solar system. And after watching this video, I want you to write the facts of each planet. So there are 8 planets, right? So write the facts for each planet. For example, planet Mercury. What is the fact? What is the fun fact of Mercury? Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. Venus is the hottest planet. Earth is the greenest planet. And then what about Saturn? What is the fun fact about Saturn? Saturn has a ring. Okay, stuff like that. Okay guys, so that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching and listening to my video. Hopefully it's useful, and happy working. See you next time on the next video. Goodbye.